Oh, hi there and good morning. Today I'm on the River Nene and I'm at Nassington on the Nene Anglers stretch at the end of the railway line. Fished this stretch a few times before, not tell a lie, I've fished this peg once in the summer. I normally fish the next peg or the next one. But I'm sat here, the river's up about 4 or 5 inches, a nice steady flow on it, nice colour, there's not much in the way of rubbish coming through, and it's overcast, so pretty much ideal. Been fishing about 10-15 minutes, had a couple of bites and just had a small roach about 2 ounces. So there's a few bites to be had, but hoping to find some bream and skimmers, or hybrids along here, which is generally why I fish here. Anyway, nice to be out on the bank with the cameras, and good to be with you again, because it's been a little while now, what with all the bad weather and Christmas and everything else getting in the way, and the COVID restrictions, of course, making it difficult to travel and go to places that are fishable when your local rivers are flooded. So anyway, I'm going to crack on for a bit and see if we can catch a few fish, and see you in a bit. That's good news, I just got a bite. Feels like a decent fish. So it must have been half hour now without a bite. So this is encouraging. Same trouble with this bit of extra. Oh, bugger it, it's come off. Definitely a bream. Yeah, I lost it just down, probably 8 or 9 metres out, just down to my left. That's good, just had another bite. It's certainly not as good as the last fish, but a fish is a fish. Certainly not tiny, but I don't know what it is. Hopefully, is it a skimmer? Happy enough with a skimmer. There we go. Would have been happier with a bream, but there's plenty of time for one of them yet. There we go, rough and running with the target species. And the problem is getting it in the net, because the net's right out here, because the margin's underwater and it's a bit muddy, so I'm sort of trying to avoid it today. This ain't going to work. So, plan B. Well, that's strange. Like I say, I had that bream, and another bite following it, had that skimmer, and then nothing. But then again, tip's going now. Yeah, I like it when you say something and it happens. This is definitely a bream again, so if we're lucky, we might even see this one. It's nodding away in the flow, nodding away quite well actually. So the biggest problem is I'm ending up downstream of you. Of course, where I am, normally I'd be sat another 2 metres out, but it's underwater and it's like a swamp there. And what I have done is just laid my platform in the margin by my net, so I can actually put the fish in the net, because my net's 2 metres that way. So I might just have to stand out on the platform to land this. Well, the prize is mine. Bit of a palaver though, trying to land them like that. And there we go, that bad boy's mine. Absolutely amazing, isn't it? I just sat down had a bite for ages and all of a sudden the tip hooped over and sprang back and bounced again. We had that bream. Like I say, they're a bit difficult to land because they end up down there, and say sure you can see it on the film that the weed bed ends there. Well, like I say, normally sat out another 2 metres, so I'm near the edge of that. It doesn't cause a problem, but like I say, just happy to have caught one of my target species. That's really what I came for. So if nothing else, can't complain, and it's been worth the trip. But anyway, still time for a few more yet, so that probably means we won't get any more, but I'll catch you all in a bit. Okay, just a quick look at the bait today. Nothing remarkable, it's pretty much what I use all the time. The ground bait's a mix of sweet fish meal gold and skimmer and F1 by Evolved Baits. It's got a bit of Ringer's Dark in it, so it's quite a sweet fish mealy taste, and I've just hooked up again. Not a huge fish, but it's another skimmer by the look of it. There we go. Sorry, just getting back to where we was at before we got rudely interrupted by that skimmer. Yeah, ground bait's the normal fish meal gold F1 by Evolved Baits. That's blended like a 50-50, and then I've got a couple of handfuls of Ringer's Dark in there, which is a green fish meal based ground bait. That's what I use quite regularly. I've just got some chopped worm, castor, and a really few scratty old red maggots. That's all I've got today. Anyway, get a quick look at it. And that's it. Now I'll get this camera put back down before I get interrupted again. The bite feels like another bream. Another nice fish. We'll transfer in via the net because you know me, I'll only drop it back in. Okay, quick chat about the gear we're using for today's session. Start off with a rod. It's 13-foot cadence CR10 number 2 feeder rod. Main reason for fishing 13-foot rod is not for the distances involved today, it's actually just get the rod a bit higher, keep more line out of the water. That's got a 4,000 reel on it, with 6-pound line, and that's straight through to my rig, which is tied up on 8-pound line. There's no shock leader, it's just a meter rig. The rig itself today is a helicopter rig, purely just because I had one made up in my box on a foam winder ready, so that's gone on. To be quite honest, normally I'd have fished a straight feeder rig today and probably shut it right down, so there was absolutely no give for the fish dislodge the feeder. But helicopter rig's fine, they can move a little bit and then they dislodge the feeder, so we get a little bit of a nod and then it drops back, so that's fine. Feeders 40 gram Drennan, the ones with a flat bottom, just an open-ended feeder. No 14 hook length, fluorocarbon, and a size 16 Preston hook. I can't remember what pattern it is, N30 I think. And that's it, it's pretty simple. And hook bait's really just been worm and red maggot. Ground bait we spoke about earlier, and that's just a worm, caster, and odd red maggot in it. And that's it really. Nothing too spectacular, but it functions. And the tip's nodding around now. But there's, I don't know, is there rope there? No, nothing there. The only other thing I didn't mention about the kit today was the tip in the feeder rod. It's 2 ounce. Now, if I'm brutally honest, I've probably been better with a 3 ounce tip. But because generally we're looking for the tip to spring back, it's not too much of an issue. Like I say, it's not too bad, it's not killing it, but I'd just prefer a little bit less set in the tip than I'm getting with a 2 ounce, so maybe a 3 ounce would have been better. But like I say, it's a short session, it's, what are we at now, 2 hours. It's not going to be longer than 3 because I've got no food with me, I'm starving. So different circumstances I might have just broke down and changed the tip, but today we're going to persevere with it. It's working, so I can't see the point. Anyway, we'll get our head down for a bit more, see if we can get another one or two before we go. That'd be nice, but who knows. Oh dear, oh dear. What have we got here? I can't believe it. I've got a bleak. It just rattled my tip like you wouldn't believe. Okay, well that's it. I'm going to call it a day. 3 hours. I've not had a bite for quite a while now. Well, since the last fish I've only had one bite, and that was probably 25-30 minutes ago, so decided to turn it in. I weren't going to stay long anyway, so yeah, it's been alright. Quite enjoyed being out here. It's been warm enough, so had a little bit of rain but nothing too much to bother me, so yeah, I've enjoyed myself, and it's nice to be back out here. Anyway, go have a quick look at the fish, then we'll get home. Well, a quick summary on that. It's probably the first time I've been out and actually really wanted to go out since Christmas. I've been out 2 or 3 times, half-hearted efforts, just pushed myself out. Caught a few fish, put very little effort in, got very little out. But saying that, the rivers have been completely shot to bits with so much extra water, and then the snow and the cold and all the extra snow melt going in. It's been very difficult anyway, so probably not missed a great deal. But along with that, my enthusiasm went a bit down the pan. But today's just reinvigorated me, which is probably a timely thing, because we've got 3 more weeks now until the end of the river season. So hopefully I've just recapture my mojo and can get out a few times, get a couple more videos out before the end of the season. Anyway, I'm off home next. I'm absolutely starving. Like I say, short sessions are short sessions for me. I don't bring any food, and I can't stand it when I'm hungry. So I'm hungry, so I'm going home. Anyway, cheers for watching. Nice to catch up with you all again, and see you soon, hopefully.